Hi everyone, it's Nick None the Wiser again. Thank you so much for viewing my videos. I don't know why I'm stuttering all of a sudden, but I'm just gonna have to roll through the punches. So this is the second video that I wanted to make just because the past week, it's Sunday the 22nd, so the past week has been so fucking monumental for me in terms of clarity, revelations, and shifts in my life. Fuck, it's been so wild. It's been so wild on the spiritual journey. I'm really feeling it all, everyone. I hope that you guys are taking care, because I am just literally hanging by a piece of string, and I feel like the blender. I'm being anchored down and down and down into a blender, but my ass can feel the wind of the blades, and I'm just here, and the blade is there, and that's what I'm feeling right now. So I'm still in pandemonium, but I'm trying to just stay as grounded as possible. So yeah, in the first video I did talk about where I'm the harvest moon and about my periods, but the second video now talks about Saturn going direct as well as September 17th. So this was basically last Tuesday, the Tuesday that just left. And for me, I had a crazy full moon as it was. It was really intense. I got my periods and, you know, what a relief. That was great. But then, shit, it was just so rough. Like, I wasn't able to contact my ex-boyfriend after that because I just felt like I didn't know what to say. So he had contacted me on the harvest moon. I'd sent him a USB stick with video messages from his spirit guides letting him know what he needed to do. And that's something that I felt like I assisted in, and I'm really proud of that actually. So basically, Tuesday came around, and Tuesday was going to be big for me. I mean, I had an interview in the morning, and I also had a demonstration, like a 20-minute demonstration to prep on in the afternoon. So there was a lot going on in my mind and a lot happening for that Tuesday. And I just felt like spirit wouldn't let me concentrate on anything. Like, I knew I had to prep for this interview. I knew I had to prep for this demonstration, but I couldn't fucking concentrate. I just couldn't, and I'd been asking my spirit guides, please let me concentrate on the interview questions, or spirit guide, please let me concentrate on the demonstration that I need to prep for. But surely and like clearly enough, I kept getting told, you don't need to, you will know the answers already for the interview, and you already know what to do for the demonstration. You don't need to. And so leading up from the full moon, leading up to that Tuesday, I'd been just fucking pacing. I couldn't actually hold my concentration levels, and you know, it's funnily enough, I wasn't the only one experiencing these. So yeah, I just felt like I was pacing around my house, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why I was like that. But yeah, let's move on to Tuesday morning. Surely enough, now with me and my ex-boyfriend, I had felt his energy, and his higher self sometimes would, over the last 4 months, send me songs in the dream space. And that was really sweet, and I took a lot of comfort in that. So it wasn't as though I was, of course, there was a part of me that wanted to get back with him, of course, and I don't want to deny that anymore. And there was a part of me, a huge part of me for the last 3 months that was actively focusing on myself, focusing on my development, and focusing on my spiritual growth, but holding space for him, holding that energetic space for him. And the way I did it, I don't know if there's any other different way of doing things, but it was hard. It was hard, and it was difficult to hold. And like, I'm getting upset and emotional now, but I think that this is a really necessary video. Where the fuck was I? Okay, so waking up on that Tuesday, I didn't actually hear any songs. And I almost am tempted to make the title of this video September 17th, the day the music died. And I'm just gonna draw back to the harvest moon on Friday the 13th. I think I was just making intentions, laying down on my yoga mat, when I saw this image of a piece of string that was cut. And you know when the string is around the thimble, like that's where all of the string is, and then you just do that. All of it came back to me, and it was cut. And I'll never forget that image. And I saw that on the harvest moon. So I thought to myself, the connection's broken. The connection's cut now. And I think he might have done that. But yeah, energetically speaking, the connection was broken. So anyway, on to Tuesday morning, I woke up and I was just searching for a song that never played in the morning. And I could feel that in my heart chakras, the spread of energy in terms of anxiety, sadness, and fear were just seeping out. So really agitated, I got up out of bed, and then I started pacing and pacing and pacing. And I decided to take a shower to get ready for my interview in the morning. To calm my nerves, I just sat in the water, and I was just like, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine, you haven't prepped, but who cares, you're gonna be okay. And then, yeah, I got out of the shower, got dressed, and then when I looked into the mirror, I realized that, holy shit, Nicole, you're not actually getting dressed for an interview, you're actually getting dressed for a funeral. I was wearing black. I wore a black dress to that interview, but it just didn't feel like I was getting dressed for my interview. It felt like I was getting dressed for a funeral that I didn't know was going to occur. And maybe some small way I must have known. And maybe in some small way that's what Spirit was kind of wanting me to focus on, kind of wanting me to prep on. The preparation of his energy leaving me. And that I was just so worried about my interview and about my demonstration that I just completely had blindsided myself from releasing him, or knowing that that was the day that I was going to release him energetically. I must have known already. I must have known in some small way, but life, you know. So I think I did okay for my interview. Fingers crossed, everyone, I actually do get that job. It's something that I really want. But if not, you know, there's always something else out there, isn't there? So yeah, that whole day, it was really funny because near my neck of the woods, we hadn't experienced rain, and we desperately needed it. We fucking needed rain. And that was the same day that the rain came, and it was so heavy and so dark. The skies were so gray. I went into the forest after the interview. I went home after the interview, and I went into the forest, the reserve near my home. And I was just putting my hands up, and I was just trying to connect to the ground and to the earth. And I was just trying to purge so much that I just wanted the water and the rain to kind of take away all of my pain. So yeah, I wasn't able to settle that day. And then I called one of my good friends who I was going to meet in college to let her know that afternoon what I'd experienced, which was really comforting to have someone who kind of recognized what was going on. It wasn't completely just by myself. I got to TAFE and then I started crying to my two friends who were really supportive. And I think that that is something really, really special that I had that day, that two people really were just looking after me. I think that it just really felt like a funeral. It just felt like a death. And I always thought that for the rest of my life, I may have had to carry that connection around. And it, in a small way, not small, in a way, in a big way, I was comforted by that. And I never really prepared myself for basically the potential of having to let that go. So yeah, that's where I've been. It literally feels like I haven't posted anything for a fortnight because I was mentally just wanting to make sure that he got his messages before the harvest moon, and that wasn't shown to me till later on, and that I had to say goodbye and basically bury his energy from my body, and it left mine. So this week has been really fucking rough on me. The purging has been relentless, but I'm still here, and I'm really, really sad, but I'm so glad that that's happened. I think you're all wondering if I love him. Of course I do. Of course I do. But I have to learn, I think, how to put myself first, because for a time, and a very long time, for 10 years, I haven't actually put myself first. And that's part of my spiritual journey that I do need to address, and it's really coming in full throttle now. So yeah, I hope that you guys are actually taking care with Saturn going direct and all of the planetary shifts. Please do go and watch videos from Waterbaby Tarot and her chit chats on the planetary shifts and the timelines. They are so fucking profound and amazingly cool. I see her as a weather forecaster and how my month, my week is gonna go, and she's like my newscaster for the weather, for the energetic weather that's gonna come about. As well as go and view Adriana's videos on Dancing Dragons on Facebook. She's truly gifted as well, and that will probably help you with your spiritual growth. So thank you all so much for viewing this video. I'm just gonna keep trucking on, keep trying to keep up to scratch with my self-care. I haven't been so diligent with that, but you know what? I'm gonna be kind to myself. I'm gonna be very, very kind to myself. So I love you all, and thank you so much for viewing. Please subscribe, like this video, because this one was probably my favorite one to make, that I'm feeling very vulnerable and very raw, and that's, I think, the beauty of it, that I can be, and that I shouldn't be afraid to be. And I hope that it brings something out in you guys, that you're able to share your own walk, your own personal journey, your spiritual journey. And I hope that you all take care. So thank you all for watching. Bye.